everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Divinity Original Sin 2 Let's Play. I save scummed. I had to. I couldn't help it, you guys. In the last episode, if you did not watch it, we got boned. Hardcore boned. In more ways than one. But basically what happened in the last episode, we came in here, Ivan got arrested. I took a look at what he actually lost. Like, if we look and see all the gear that he lost, that's all of our gear. Like, we would have nothing. We would lose these 2 pyramids as well. All of these scrolls. Look, we'd lose this much gold. Like, there's just no way. There's no way we would be able to. Actually, can we send this gold to Losa? There. And he lost his main weapon. He wouldn't have had his main weapon. He would not have had anything to fight with. And then, to make matters worse, Losa went in, got lucky with the lizard, who robbed her of all her clothes, and we had nothing to replace it with. So I'm save scumming. I have to. There's no way that we cannot. Now, in my quest to figure out what we were supposed to do after we got robbed, I found out some other cool things, and I actually want to... It's good. This is going to be good. We're going to do things...
Last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. All hell broke loose. Good times. Good times.
Alright. We're going to do things a little bit
I wonder if they'll remember
differently.
me.
Oh, they will. Trust me. We already know this, that they recognize you. But...
Now you've got that hellacious general in charge. So what did he call her?
Where is she?
The axe?
Where's the Magister?
Much business.
So we got arrested last time. However,
people don't want to leave town.
Here she
Can't blame
comes.
them.
I know how to get around it this time. Is she gonna arrest him?
Well, keep steady. People still need
As the
potions.
Magister's eyes alight upon you, they widen until they are practically bulging out of their sockets. One tremulous finger rises from voluminous robes and points right at you. From her other hand dangles handcuffs.
Ifan Ben Mesd is our living braze. I don't know how you got free, but it'll be back to the joy with you, and no mistake.
Let's jangle our coin purse and wink.
She considers your offer.
How much?
Now, this may be a little bit cheaty because I said I wasn't going to use a guide, but when I was trying to figure out how to get Losa's clothes back, I did manage to see that if we offer her 75, she'll leave us alone.
The Magister grabs the coin and looks around shiftily, then turns back to you.
Get out of here, and don't let me catch you again.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, so we're good. So Ivan can walk through this town safely now. So there's a couple things
Keep steady.
we need to make sure we
Still need
do
potions.
before we
Everybody's
head
saying
into... What's all this stuff? This fish? Alright, I'm just gonna take your fish, dude. Before we go in and we sleep with that lizard again.
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh! Put your backs into it! I'll not lose another day to the tide!
Okay, since we've already done this last time, I'm going to
The
get
Magister
through
stops
it
barking orders. He
Um,
sniffs the
I'm going.
as quickly as we can.
Have you ever been eyeing? He licks. See, I'd like to string. Oh no! There was best convince me I was mistaken.
There we
He
go.
leans in.
Very well seen, but they do. Consider I've need of a rat. Of course. Stay behind. Like I said, and with that I must be. How
Okay.
very one luck should the adieu and.
So we did all that last time. That's the only reason I went through that as quickly as possible. We've already talked to him, and we already know all that. He wants us to find some dwarf scum, basically. Oh, can I take this deck of cards? Cool. And this poor guy got left behind again. Sorry, dude.
The Magister is rubbing.
And we've already talked to you.
Now answer me. By the bishop's bones, you void one. Rave. Too many. Rumor has it the Dwarvian queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. There's a local thug. It may be interesting.
Lohar,
Should you
yep.
find any such place, you know what? In that case.
Okay, so we picked up that. What is the shark?
You'd swear the shark was smiling at you.
Oh. I don't like sharks. I'm very afraid of sharks, actually. Okay, let's go to the tavern then. After we pick up all this stuff, too. That would be stealing. Okay.
Come over.
Oh, we need to do the dog again. Let's go talk to
If I don't
you.
come visit your ton, who will?
Penny for a sick dog. A glance at the dog's miserable.
What's wrong with the dog?
Doctor, dog's sick.
Can I pet the dog?
For a penny, you can sing him up, then get out of the way. Penny for a sick.
No, but Ivan's gonna talk to the dog.
The dog lies there quietly, clearly.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here.
What's the
Got a
matter?
pain in the neck. Got a back.
It flinches. A low,
We-
threatening
oh,
growl
yeah.
builds within its throat.
So we find out, again, I'm rushing through this. We find out that this guy put a collar onto the dog, but it had spikes on it, and he put it inside out to make the dog sick because people were more likely to give him money if he had a sick dog next
Under
to
the
him.
collar, you find the shark. The dog gives you the dog goes to.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, man.
Ask
think
him to
I'll
put the
wander
collar
off
in.
the
We don't
master
want
did.
him to stay by this guy. Get away from this guy. He's very mean.
Huh?
He turns to his.
You? But
Yep.
God knows
All right.
how to stop those beasts.
Now,
For a grieving beggar who's God's damn it. How was my
get a job. Get out of town. I'll tell everyone what you
do that,
did.
would you? Oh, yes.
Give me
He
all your
would. He gives you
earnings.
a cool look, then rummages in his pocket. He hands you the contents. That's your lot. Go.
All right, well,
Keep steady.
you got what you
You'll
deserved.
still need potions.
This is closed. This
Be
was
by soon
closed.
enough.
Really? Magisters suspect that dwarves deliberately use stores, but it's closed.
Got word from the factory that
Oh,
another
and we got this one
down.
instead. Okay.
Things ain't looking good.
All right, let's go to the tavern.
You suppose the Magister will get rid of the Justinian executes 24 noblemen for insubordination.
Can I grab this carpet? Grab this stuff while we're here. All right, now let's go to the inn. I mean, let's grab this first, and then we'll go to the inn. Okay, nothing in there. All right, let's head inside. Now I want to make sure we do this right. First and foremost, let's talk to this guy
You have interrupted my
The bard
and tell him that we're Losa.
my wretched a fan, please.
It'd be honor. Alright, now he's singing us a song. Now, do we have to start with her?
I look to the day I heard Losa the many tongues.
Let me try Red Prince. What's his main stat?
Because owning a head is a tenant thing.
He's got high intelligence. Let's talk to this guy.
He fixes you with a stare. Looks then as
Greetings, my lord. Looking.
he purses his lips. His fingers.
Oh, we got
A lascivious smile spreads across his face. His tongue darts from his mouth to lick the spittle from his lips.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite lovemaking abilities?
Say you're of the House of War, but you might as well be the House of Love. There's no greater lover than the Red Prince himself.
My dear prince, I'm sure this is true. But I believe one of your kin is even more talented than your good self. And for an insignificantly small sum, I can make the introductions.
We're gonna say, of course. The whole point is we want Red Prince to go up there, and sleep with this
He
lizard.
holds out his hand.
Pay him.
The money vanishes into his apron.
Now, let me ask you this.
We want
What?
the feminine.
Upstairs on the second floor. Her name is Zara. Pleasure is her business. Enjoy the
He gives you a mischievous grin.
All right, so we'll send Red Prince up there, and I think. Let's go.
Keep your eyes peeled, would you? Ramos.
Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd be here.
Stick to your own kind is my advice.
Is that someone that we need to know for someone?
the bell still
Toga.
rings. Do you hear it?
Ramos, puppy in the
You don't have
background.
to look that far.
All right, let's go here. Oh yeah, and the guy is over here. So I'm just going to open this and then pull Red Prince out of here so he goes up on his own. Now, I really hope he doesn't get robbed, and I don't quite know what happens. Just all I read was if we do this with Red Prince, you get the best outcome. So he might still get robbed. I probably should have got all his stuff away.
She fixes you with a sultry look, and when she speaks, it's like listening to honeyed smoke.
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to water my flowers?
Catch on fast and tell her yes, you're here to water her flowers.
I've been so lonely since my man went away to fight the coming war. I need someone to take care of me. You're so masculine, darling. Won't you take care of me?
Tell her you'll do anything you can to look after her, then ask where you should start.
Come on over here, big boy.
Oh, Lord.
And I'll tell you.
This is
She bats
risque.
her eyelashes.
What I'm thinking.
Slide on over there.
Holding your gaze, a shadow of a smile playing on her lips, she reaches for the clasp of her robe. You reach her, and she unfastens it. Then, quite deliberately, she lets it fall.
Oops.
Tell her she dropped something.
Why don't you pick it up for me, loverkin?
Hook the robe with the claw and throw it in the air, allowing it to swirl. Then, in a single fluid movement, catch it. Fold it over one arm and present it to her. What a player.
She reaches down, grabs you by the back of the head, and pulls you to her.
Okay.
Your world explodes in ecstasy.
Oh, God. Oh, fade to black. All right. GG, Red Prince.
You
Yeah,
wake
he's
into
lucky.
what still seems to be a dream. The scent of home, the perfume you've always associated with her, the woman you've dreamt of since birth.
Did she change color?
You blink, and there she really is. Not the person you thought you went to bed with, but she, the Red Princess.
The Red Princess. Did she color change or
Despite
something?
a sense of deep belonging, despite the rapture of your bodies so very close together, you dread the possibility even this might be nothing but a mirage.
Ask the most pressing question, who is she?
Her only reply is a smile as radiant as 1,000 suns. Her lips part as if to speak, but the words that reach you seem to echo from a celestial distance.
Come find me. Come be with me.
Next, a flash of magic, and she's gone.
What in the world? The Red Prince. Red Prince bedded a lizard only to wake up with the red lizard lady beside him. She bid him find her, but didn't say where she really is. For a brief moment, the prostitute seemed to take the form of the Red Princess. A waking dream, perhaps, or something more. Well, I'm glad we did that. That seems like it's important. Oh, can he get up?
I will find you.
Or does he have all his stuff?
I
Where's his
will
stuff?
be with you.
I will be with you? Did she take his stuff? No, it's all here. Put your clothes back on. My God. You don't need to be naked running around. Get your weapon back. Alright. Well, this fared much better than the last time we came in here. Can I take all this stuff? Is there anyone else in this room? I'm gonna take these paintings. Everyone that we find so we can sell it.
Junk.
It's not junk. We're gonna sell it and make money. Take the flower pot. And this one. And this cheese. I'm just gonna loot everything in here. How's he getting this teleport stuff? Does he? A portrait of a man. A love grenade?
Boring.
You're boring. On the origins of Lucian. And a bowl. Grab this flower pot. And this one.
This again?
Portrait. Yes, we need to sell stuff. We need to make a lot of money. Because I know I'm gonna want to buy gear. So we're just gonna rob her room blind since she is... I have too much to carry. Okay. That's alright. We might want to put some of those flower pots back. Let's see, how much are those flower pots? What is this? We'll try to charm all in a 4-meter radius. Oh, these weigh 20 and they sell for 0. Drop. 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 Okay. I'm just gonna look at all the flower pots. He was like, oh yeah, I'll take all the flowers. Okay, cool. Let's check in here. Alright, now we can go. And we can join back up. Alright, cool. So let's save. This is the new canon of what happened. Instead of Losa getting robbed blind and Ifan being arrested. Much better.
It's disgusting, that's what it is.
Ooh, leggy. Do we need to talk to someone in here? Baron Levere. It was needed for Ifan. Alright, let's go in there.
It seems less lush somehow.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Close the door. Baron Levere.
As you approach the silken-robed noble, Ifan does a double-take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs.
Let them continue.
The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet. Ifan claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roost thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract.
Oh.
Hear that? Roost's camped out at the sawmill.
Oh, and Sabine wants to talk about that.
So, Roost is at a sawmill. Let's pay him a visit, shall we?
Yes.
She smiles. Her eyes are dark pools brimming with anticipation.
Roost is the person who owned Sabine, put that mark on her cheek, and made her do things against her will, basically.
Must be an awful lot of fun toys to be had at a sawmill.
Alright. Does she still want to talk, or can we talk to Ifan again?
Well now, how's my favorite Godwoken?
Oh, you like us? We can talk a lot to him. You're curious, can Ifan elaborate on the tale of how he was caught by the Magisters?
His eyes glitter as he stands tall to tell the story, hands waving expressively. You can see it's a story he's used to telling, one he enjoys weaving for an audience.
So, underneath the tavern in Driftwood, there's a place I feel right at home.
Really?
A delightful little hive of scum and villainy.
Star Wars.
A few months back, I was relaxing down there after a job. Just a hint of Drudenay. You know, a hint. All of a sudden, a tiger prowls in. I jump up, but everyone else is just ignoring it. And then he picks up my scent. His eyes turn blue, and he leaps to pounce on me. A fury of claws and teeth. I flip the table and start scrambling for my crossbow. Nowhere to be found. And by now, the tiger's right on top of my eyeballs. So I do the only thing I can think of. I summon Afrit, my soul wolf. And now everybody reacts. Screaming, scrambling around, pelting for the stairs. Drinks flying everywhere. And that pesky tiger? Nowhere to be seen.
So he had a drug-induced hallucination.
Turns out it was Drudenay messing with me. Stronger stuff than I'm used to. Also turns out some people don't appreciate spectral wolves tearing up the place. So some people called Magisters on me.
Laugh and ask if there's anything else he can tell you about this Under Tavern.
Well, It's guarded by a grouchy-seeming dwarf named of Papa Thrash. But he's a real sweetheart once you get to know him. I love that password of his.
Oh.
Open minds and closed fists.
Okay. We gotta remember that. Say you've been on the road a while now. You'd like to hear where Ivan grew up.
I'm from the deserts of Mezd originally. My parents died when I was very young, no more than a cub. They were spice merchants, killed by bandits as we were trading on the forest roads. The elves nearby saved me afterwards. They found me hiding in a wagon and they took me in.
Aww.
Ivan bites his lip, hard enough to draw blood.
Stop that.
They were my home until I was old enough to join the Order. Mother Melody always said I'd have a hard life. She saw it as fact, since I was born under the waxing moon.
So you were born under the dark moon, the waxing moon too, full moon, waning moon. I was born under a waxy moon too.
He bursts out laughing, slapping his thighs.
We're two doomed peas in a pod, eh?
Say that sounds about right.
I've been striving my whole life to prove mine wrong. To, zero success. So far.
Wonder how Ivan got his lone wolf moniker, Silverclaw.
Ivan smirks and shakes his head.
I'll spare you the tall tales we usually tell. When a new cub joins up with the lone wolves, we interrogate them. Then, a very complex equation decides their new moniker. I don't remember all the questions, but I remember enough to give you a lone wolf name if you want one.
Yeah.
So tell me this. Which of these scenes attracts you the most?
A dark night in a filthy alleyway under shadows cast by the light of the moon. By felt tents in a desert oasis, the heated sun burns down upon you. Alone and shaded by forest canopy, your steps silenced by soft brush underfoot. Anonymous in a busy city square of hollering crowds and overpowering scents. Masked and dressed to the nine in an opera house, moments before the curtain raises. I think this one, the opera house.
Ivan nods and raises his eyebrows, a slight smile brightening his face.
And then, target in sight. What's your preferred execution method?
Savage, a hammer to the face, drinking in the fear of their final moments. A droplet here, seasoning there. Was it the bloody flux, or was it you? Unseen, you slit their throat before they even know you're there. Whether calling down elements or calling up demons, you before the magical touch. A droplet here, a seasoning there. Was it the bloody flux, or was it you?
Right.
Ivan scrawls something on a little piece of paper and hands it to you. On the page, in thick black letters, is written Velvet Fang.
Cool.
Not as pant-wettingly fearsome as Silverclaw, but not bad. Not bad at all.
So, Ivan grew up in a forest. Ask if he has any tricks he could teach you.
For sure. Always carry a snack.
I do that all the time.
Ivan reaches into his tunic
he gave
pocket
us something.
and pulls out a strip of dried raw meat. He takes a tiny bite and offers the rest to you.
Gingerly accept the jerky.
Now, what else do I have to share?
Ivan rummages around the roll-down tops of his boots and grins in victory as he plucks a single mushroom from the folds.
Aha.
He hands you the
We wanna
mushroom
do shrooms,
with great
huh?
ceremony, bowing as he holds it aloft.
It's you're supposed to eat the mushroom raw too. Say you don't really like to taste the fungi all that much. Raise an eyebrow. Ask if there's anything else stowed on his person.
Ivan smiles and looks around before reaching high into his sleeve and pulling out a tiny herbal wrap. The unmistakable scent of Drudene hits you as he holds it out to you.
He's handing us some drugs.
The last weapon in the lone wolf arsenal. You know, for after the toughest jobs.
He winks and tips his fingers to his temples before loping off.
Wait, I still want to talk
Well
to you.
now, how's my favorite Godwoken?
Oh. What should we do now?
Let's track down my old pack and find out who's behind the contracts to kill Godwoken. Can't hurt to know who wants us dead.
Okay.
Ivan claps you on the shoulder and beams at you, affection for you plain in his eyes.
Aw, he likes us. Alright, hey Sibyl.
Go on then.
Comment that she has a lead on where to find Ruth. She must be happy.
You have an ever so curious definition of happiness. I've picked up the scent I searched for. Such a happening comes coupled with Very different emotions indeed. The cat, when it's about to pounce, isn't happy. It simply is.
Tell Sibyl you wonder how she ever managed to escape from her master.
Ha! A tale of cloaks and daggers and daredevilry. You up for it?
Nod, you'd love to hear it.
Wonderful.
She bows with thespian flair.
Imagine a black room. It's been your room for years. You know it by touch more than sight, for it's always dark. And when I say always dark, I mean always dark. You're either in the room or in the box, for it's in the box that you travel. You're only let out at night, because you only hunt in the night, with the master's voice in your ears urging you on. And after it's done, you lie down in the box once more, with wet hands and mad red thoughts.
A box? How is she even still sane?
Sometimes it's best to let sleeping questions lie.
Aw.
The thing is, the box didn't break me, though I confess it taught me to hate. One night, I killed a scholar. With my needle through his fragile old skull, he fell headfirst upon his writing desk, blood mingling with spilt ink. It's when I saw the ink that timid thoughts of rebellion first bloomed. Back in my dark room, I dipped my needle that killed the scholar in his own ink, and engraved his name in my skin. I'd remember him. I'd honor him with vengeance. His name was the first, but many more followed.
Ask if you may see the name.
Of course.
She bares her left arm and shows you the name. You softly run your finger across it.
Mindarin. He was Turashar, a keeper of stories. I'm sure he was loved by many. People like him, the beloved dead, they kept me going. Then, one day, it happened. A gush of wind, a sliver of light. Light! I hardly knew it for what it was. A simple oversight that comes with habit. A door, left slightly ajar. That was all I needed to feel a rush of blood, a thirst for liberation like never before. I tore at the shackles that kept me chained to the floor, iron thick as a smith's wrists. Of course they wouldn't budge, they never did before. But now that I saw the light, something welled up inside me, a raw and undeniable burst of power. The shackles broke, and next thing I knew, I was free. I stood alone outside the ruins of a fortress, snow-capped peaks all around me. But the sun, oh, the sun. I had risen as if from the grave, and she kissed me back to life.
Sigh deeply, you stand quite perplexed. What a story that was.
Ain't over yet, honey.
Ask Sibyl why she kills her chosen targets with a needle. Why not use a sword or a dagger?
I was given my needle by the master. Guess I'm just sentimental like that.
Come on, say there has to be more to it than that.
Fine, if it means that much to you.
She draws her needle and holds it up between thumb and index finger.
Go on. Ever so gently touch the tip.
Very well, reach out and lightly place a finger on the needle's tip.
Barely have you touched the needle's pinpoint surface when a thick droplet of blood wells up from your fingertip.
Sharp little minx, isn't she? Sibyl, this needle was forged in an altogether different world. It wasn't wrought upon a crude anvil, hammered into shape with rough blows. No, it was cast with demon precision. It is absolutely priceless, and it's yours. The master's own words. And he was right. As an instrument of assassination, it's absolutely priceless. But one day soon, he'll find out just how much he overspent on his gifts for little old me. Just why this needle is a girl's best friend. One might say I'm a bit of a sucker for poetic justice.
Tell her... Oh, no. Okay, take your leave. Alright, Red Prince, can we get through some of yours? Tell him he still hasn't explained what led to his expulsion from the ancient empire.
He sighs, rather dramatically.
Oh, perhaps that's because I don't quite enjoy broaching the subject.
Say it's fine if he doesn't want to talk about it.
Thank you. but I suppose you've earned the right to know. The long and short of it is that I was banished because I was found in bed with a demon.
Wait, what? Look at him if he just told you a fantastic joke and laugh. A demon? Ask how in the hell has he ended up with a demon in his bed. Gotta be kidding me. He deals with demons? Was he gonna hate us if we say this, though?
Do you really think
Oh,
I'd
they
be
go.
so incredulously stupid as to deal with them? No, I merely summoned them for my amusement. You clearly have a hard time understanding all this, so let me paint you a picture. I am a prince of the House of War. There are others with that title, but none of them are the Red Prince, the jewel in the crown of the Empire. I lived in the Forbidden City, a vast complex of palaces that houses the royal family and its servants. No others are allowed to enter it. As for myself, I was never allowed out.
Really?
That is the price I paid for my genius. I was too valuable to be exposed to the dangers of the outside world. All the wars I won, and I won them all, of course, I won from the comfort of sofas. Bring me information, and I will deduct, then instruct. From amid the ultimate opulence of my quarters, I expanded and very much ruled the empire. I had it all. And frankly, I got bored.
So that from the sound of it, he suffered from gilded cage syndrome, or bored while untold millions would trade places with him in a heartbeat. Gilded cage syndrome.
Exactly. I did not suffer the boredom of some spoiled brat. Mine was the absolute absence of challenge, the longing not simply to watch the horizon, but to journey towards it. If I could not experience the joys of the world beyond, I had to bring the world to me. Miraculous what a sorcerer can do with a little arcane lore. I summoned demons, the most dangerous game in the world. But they knew they met their match in me, and so we conversed. We drank wine, we played chess. Converse with demons, and you learn of the shadows behind creation. Drink wine with them, and you have visions of worlds beyond worlds. Play chess, and you know that one wrong move is certain death. My mind rejoiced. Now for the body, I reasoned, so with a certain succubus, I spent nights that would surpass your understanding.
Think it over and say that actually sounds exhilarating. Say he's possessed, he must be. We'll say the first one.
So you do comprehend. I spent a whole year in the company of demons, every night atop the white library tower of my palace. It was my great study of existence. It was my supreme joy. Even if he regrets it now, even if it led to his downfall, it was so very dangerous, even if he desired something even greater. I spent a whole year in the company of demons, every night atop the white library tower of my palace. It was my great study of existence. It was my supreme joy, even if... led to his downfall. Yes, even if it led to my downfall. What happened next was simply unforeseen. One moonless night, the succubus that was my lover turned to me, fangs exposed. But I could tell from the glint in her eyes she wasn't bent on our usual fang play. There was no light in that glint. It was the darkness of the void, the wet darkness of spilt blood. And in short, I was afraid. I tried to move away, but it was too late. She was upon me. She had done it. She had outmaneuvered the Red Prince. Finally, I was vanquished.
If the Red Prince was vanquished, who is he? The Red Prince's evil twin, because that would explain a lot. First things first, one the name is a 7 is vain play. So what happened next? Say he can't stop his story there.
She went for my neck, quick as a charging cobra, but then suddenly it's as if time ground to a halt. Something deep inside me welled up, a power I never knew I had. She simply froze under my stare. Then she screamed. A scream so abhorrent its ripples caused birds to fall dead from the sky. People covered their ears in vain as they went insane. The Imperial Guard forced itself into my chambers and found me with the succubus still on top of me. I believe the phrase is, caught red-handed.
Aw. Ask him how royalty finds life on the road.
At first, I admit it was all rather tiring. I was, after all, marched out of my own empire, and I've been hounded by the odd assassin ever since. After that came the indignity of the collar and incarceration. But ever since we decided to be so bold as to bid our farewell to Fort Joy by any means, it's all been rather fun. Oh, I could complain about the food and the lodgings and the sheer barbarity of the common folk, but in truth, all of that fits within the larger frame that is adventure. Adventure is precisely what my life was missing.
Say that it's good to hear he's taken such a liking to life on the road.
Yes. As long as that road eventually leads all the way back to my throne, that is.
Alright. Cool, we talked to our companion, so let's go... Wait, can I talk to this guy?
Here now. When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see. Have you a reason for barging into my room, madam?
We're with Ivan. Tell him to cut the noble pretense. You saw him talking with Ivan already.
I've no idea what you're talking about. Now, will you be leaving my room under your own power, or will I have to whistle up my guards?
Feign befuddlement. The innkeeper told you this is your room.
Ah, so it's dear Prudence who's responsible for our confusion. Odd. She's usually as strict as a taxman. Still, no harm done, I suppose. I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levere, at your service.
As Baron, where his travels are taking him.
Travels, you say? And why would you assume I'm a traveling man?
State of his boots. Point out they look quite travel-worn.
He laughs heartily.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my boots would give me away, but you're quite right, of course.
Do you have anything to trade? Holy crap, yes you do. Wow. That's actually pretty good, and we can actually buy that. I want this. I'm gonna pay you gold. But Ivan, maybe we'll want like this. 2,000.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
What if we get this and we sell him this?
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard.
Willing to what? Did you hear that? You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Heck yeah, we are. I don't think we need these things anymore. Let's keep that spear. We didn't. There, we're gonna make gold off that. Okay. Alright.
I am traveling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon. A celebration no man with a heart that is both as pious and mercantile as mine should miss.
Inquire after Lucian's Day and his reasons for attending.
I go because it is every citizen's duty. Our communal obligation to chant the rites of the return and pray for Lucian's divine resurrection. That said, I do have more secular motivations as well. Arx positively overflows with pilgrims during the festival, pilgrims and their purses.
Is he gonna pick?
As a merchant, it is quite my favorite day of the year.
We already looked at his wares. You notice 2 other men in the room. Note they look well armed.
Of course they are, as good bodyguards should be. I'm a wealthy man, and wealthy men need protection, especially if they accompany their wealth. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise, always.
There's something moving on my floor here. I'm trying to figure out what's... It's a pen beneath the blanket. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise always. Say if he's a merchant...
Music to my ears.
Wait, we already bought...
accident after all, you're barging into my room.
We already
if there's
bought
anything
stuff.
else you need, know you're always welcome.
200 sword. That's actually really nice. Do you have a wand? 7 magical wand of the lizard.
It's disgusting, that's what it is.
I kind of want that.
I'll knock it if I want. Even I haven't tried it.
Okay, let's buy that. Does he have more daggers for Sibyl? 18 to 19. Carver. And they're not bad.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
Didn't we buy this?
And I'm saying,
Okay, we're spending a lot of gold, but we're getting some good stuff from him.
and you can't be too
Stick to your
careful.
own
You
kite,
know?
is my
If I
advice.
can get Alexander, I can get any of us.
You really don't have to look that far.
That's actually really good too.
Oh, for
Ooh, that's really good too. I want that. Oh my god, 106 physical armor? Alright, you know what? Let's just do this. So we've got some good stuff. Alright, take your leave. So we know he's there. This is why I wanted to make some good money here. Oh, we should have sold these paintings to him and stuff. Okay,
What the devil are you staring at?
nothing.
stick to your own
Iphon, let's put this on.
It seems less lush somehow.
Let's identify
It's as
this
lush as it'll
staff.
always be.
Okay.
Train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Yes, my lord.
We should be able to sell some more stuff, but I want to put this on you. And this on you. Send this to Iphon. This to Iphon. Send this to Losa. We want to put this on you here. We should have bought one of those rings, probably. Okay. Losa. We bought a couple things for you.
stick to your own.
One is this. Hopefully you get a better helmet. Oh, I mean, it's alright. But we also bought you this
You really don't have to look that
and
far.
this.
Oh, for
So let's send this to Iphon, because we're gonna sell him some of this stuff. Yes. Hold on, we gotta talk to you again. I need some of your wares.
Looking for a... Please do. If there's anything else you need, know you're
First, I would
always
like to
welcome.
sell these portraits here. These bowls, this plate, boots, this,
curiosity kills the cat. Or gets it
Niles' medical notes. Okay, sell that stuff and get some gold.
You're willing to risk more joy for one night with a lizard.
And then Iphon, we can sell this and this,
If I can get Alexander.
this, and that we don't want. So let's get some gold back there. Now, we need some rings. You need a new ring. Necromancer and summoning. Arrow Thurge and air resist. What do your rings look like?
Stick to your own kite is my advice.
Oh, we'd have +1 summoning. Okay, let's buy this ring.
You really don't have to look that far.
Is there anything else? I think we're good after that. So let's just do this and accept. Take your leave. So if I get this on Losa, 17, 14, and on Sibyl we do this, because this right now is just
Why
5
do you
magic
shiver
armor.
so?
This will be
This
more, and we'll
room
give her
is tempting
+1
you,
summoning.
not it?
She needs some better gloves. Do you have any better gloves? Whoops, nope.
Doesn't this
Nope.
room's... But
Yep. Hey,
Here now.
do you have any better
Well,
gloves
have you a
for...
reason for barging into my room, madam?
No. Do you have better gloves for us? Oh, we didn't do this. The golden robe. Let me...
I'll knock it if I want. Even if I haven't
Gloves. No, you don't have better gloves. No. Nothing. Okay. Never mind.
Still.
Take your leave. Okay, so she has a belt that we don't need, but does someone else need that belt? Let's send it to Ivan. Is that better than what he's got on? Thieving, bartering, 27 HP. It kind of is. Okay. Alright, well, we got some better gear. Let's go ahead and save. My god. So we don't have to do all that again, ever. I want to try to go downstairs.
And you can't be too careful, you know. If I can get Alexander, then...
Can we go in this room? Is this a random room that we could go in? There's a drunk guy here.
Curiosity kills the cat. Gets it sent to Fort Joy.
Let's go downstairs. No, let's talk to you.
Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
I don't want to be him anymore.
The town is...
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself, and somewhere nearby you hear a bell ringing.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass.
If she held a compass, she must have been the captain. Ask her where her ship lies berthed.
The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad.
Tell her you hear the bells and cruel laughter too.
I'm haunted by my crew. They ring the bell to drive me mad. Please make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
I can see a sorcerer from a mile.
Drowning in her sorrows. Captain Elbowether asks to try and stop the ringing ship bell that torments her. Rare prey. Baron Levere informed us that the lone wolves have been tasked with killing Godwoken. Sibylla that Roost Anlin may behold an abandoned sawmill. Effin gave me the password to get into Effie's Emporium in Driftwood. Open minds and closed fists.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
How do we stop the... Can I take that 100 gold? You got gold just laying around everywhere.
Then you're an idiot.
Okay, yeah, we'll try to get rid of the bell.
His mischievous grin.
Oh, hello, sir. Yep, we had a good time. I did promise you the experience of a lifetime.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime.
There was a woman with red skin up in that room. Ask how he knows her. Where did she go?
Red skin? Are you sure you didn't do anything funny with a wig and a mirror? I know no red-skinned lizard, but your honored self.
Okay. Can we go downstairs here?
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
Tell him you're looking for someone named Lohar.
He grins, unpleasantly.
Lohar didn't tell me to let any blushing scaleface in, so I should.
Wait, why are we him? I want to be her.
Hold it. Papa no.
There.
He grins.
Lohar didn't tell me to let any pretty lady in, so why should I?
Ivan told you the password to get in. Whisper it, open minds and close fists.
He cocks his head to one side and peers appraisingly into your eyes. Shrugging his shoulders, he stands aside and spits on the ground, perilously close to your boot.
How dare you? Okay, let's go downstairs. Awesome. Man, we're getting a lot of XP. Just get this. Puffballs. Anything over here? No. What the heck? What's all down here? We should save. Do a quick save. Oh. Don't walk in that.
Something.
What did you spot? Something to dig? A pouch. Oh, nice. Okay. Hand it over. A dreamer pipe. A Lohar. Effie. Ganga, Clarissa, Lohar, and Marla. Alright, let's go. Hi, Effie.
Look at that. Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison, then? A sip or a smoke?
Ask if that's Drunaday you're smelling.
Aye, so it is. But not just any Drunaday. Oh no. My own special blends. Further down's the arena, see? And the gladiators are always on the lookout for an edge. I give them that edge. You could say that my darling herbs flower in the flesh and blossom in the brain. So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. How can I make you bloom?
See, say that you seek greater courage. Say you'd benefit from a bit more ferocity. Say that alertness is what you're after. Looking for further enlightenment. I want that one.
No problem. In return for a reasonable donation, that is.
Okay.
Effie digs all kinds of outlandish herbs from out of the depths of many pockets and mixes them with the patience and skill of an alchemist.
Much obliged, Governor. And here's your blend. Just take it to that big beauty of a pipe over there and have a blast.
Where's the pipe? Here? This might not go well.
Smoke billows from this strange contraption. It's adorned with hoses, levers, and slots.
Add an herb mix into one of the slots. Dreamer pipe. What herb mix did she give us? Enlightenment herb. Combine.
7 save me. Oh, this leaf is strong.
Intelligence is increased. I see. Oh, let's talk to Ifan. What do you say?
Approaches you, a drink in his hand and a wide smile on his face. He clearly feels at home in this grimy place.
Want a drink?
Yes.
He grins and hands you a drink, full of good cheer.
It's really been some adventure so far, eh?
Oh, are we about to flirt? Tell him he's the best part of the journey. Agree you're enjoying your time on the road. You're the best part of the journey.
Ifan's eyebrows raise, and his cheeks color beneath his beard.
Cute.
I'd say the same about you. I'm never lonely when you're around.
Oh no. Move a little closer to him.
Ifan smiles, shyly. It's not a familiar expression on his rugged face. He inches closer to you, so close that you can feel the heat of his body warming you. You can smell his scent, wild and animalistic.
Closer.
Uh-oh.
He reaches out one scarred hand to touch your face, gentle as can be.
Move to kiss him.
Trembling, he smiles. Closing his eyes, he moves to kiss you too.
Yay! I didn't know there was romance in this game.
Noise erupts in the under-tavern around you as patrons cheer and clap your affectionate moment. Ifan meets your eyes and laughs softly, pulling you into a bear hug.
Let's try this again sometime. When there's not quite so much company.
I love it.
He squeezes your hand and winks, only moving away when he sees your answering smile.
Yay! Okay. I did not know that you could do that in this game. Okay. Truth time, guys. When I play Dragon Age or any of those games, I'm all about the romance. I love romance in these sort of games, these RPGs. There's Lohar over there. Can we go get the fast travel? Oh, it's over here. Did we unlock it already? Okay, under tavern. Look at all these people. Is he coming to see us? No. Alright. Where should we start? The boastful one. What is over here? Alright, well, let's go in here and talk to... We don't need to talk to these... Let's talk to Clarissa. Put on a shirt, Clarissa.
Are you? No, you aren't.
She's high. Ah. Let's talk to Ganga.
My good lady, I see that you accompany no other than His Royal Majesty, the Red Prince.
Uh-oh.
I have a message for him of quite vital importance.
Are we about to fight?
If you'd be so kind.
Of course she'll be so kind. Speak freely, kinsman.
Yes, urge him to speak. What is so vital?
Directions, milady. I was bid to send you to none other than Bramos the Wanderer. He was waiting for you here, my prince. But...
He looks around the hazy room with hasted eyes.
The House of Shadows stirs. The Honorable Bramos sensed them closing in. He had no choice but to flee from Driftwood. A little ways east he went, in search of safety, to an encampment of paladins. You will find him there, Majesty. And with that, I have told my tale.
Turn to the Red Prince and ask if he is satisfied with what he was told.
Indeed I am. We will follow your directions. You have my thanks, kinsman.
Prince of Princes, I am humbled and grateful.
He bows deeply before the Red Prince, as reverently as one would before a god.
Okay, let's talk to Red
The
Prince.
House of Shadows stirs. An ominous phrase. It's as if I can feel the onset of night.
Tell him not to worry. You've been through worse together by now.
Perhaps. But you must realize that until a short while ago, the very existence of the House of Shadows was a mystery to us. If this thing of darkness steps into the light, it must be desperate. And desperate means dangerous.
Nod and say he's quite right, but together you can overcome anything they throw at you. Correct him. Desperation means they fear him more than he them. I'm going to do the first one. Nod and say he's quite right, but together you can overcome anything they throw at you.
You still stand by me then, despite us being targeted by such a formidable foe. That is quite admirable, I must say.
I don't give up on my friends.
Onward then.
Oh,
Let
yay.
them strike when they may. We shall be ready for them.
Of course we will. I won't let anything happen to you. Can we talk to you, the decadent one?
Hales, what a pretty young thing you are. Call me Dorothea.
Dorito.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
I hate that word.
Oh, yes. I have something that you want. But I only bargain with those I deem deserving. Those who have accomplished great things. So, tell me, are you worthy of my gift?
Ask what it is she wants in exchange for this gift. Insist that champions of the Fort Joy Arena needs not prove their worth. There we go.
Indeed. This is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. So, tell me, are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire?
Keep silent. You only wish for your mind to be your own again, and that is a wish that cannot be granted.
Oh, I see your ache. I can weave some tapestries, but that I cannot touch. Even a divine cannot repair all that we want mended.
Huh.
Yet we all have a need dwelling within us. To expose it, all you must do is look into my ring and tell me what you see there.
Are we about to have something ridiculous happen? Tell her you'll do it. Who wouldn't want to see a wish granted?
Gaze into the gem.
Oh god, we should have saved.
My lovely girl.
Dorito, are you about to screw us over?
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone at its center. You are floating on a current of pure source, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and fuzzy images. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
a towering oak withstanding gale force winds, a symbol of strength. A quill made from a swan feather, a tool for those pursuing knowledge. A golden chest covered with runes and overflowing with emeralds. A stately dragon, it spreads its wings and roars, such power. A blue butterfly crawling from its chrysalis, a second chance at life. I think Losa would want this.
Yes. I see you clearly now. It is immortality you desire, as do we all. It's not
But not
something
really.
I can give, but I can give you the breath of life. In return, I ask for one courtesy. A kiss.
Uh-oh.
A kiss.
Is she a demon? A kiss? How is that supposed to help either one of you?
Dorothea sighs, a fusion of a kitten's purr and a cockroach's clacking.
For me to help you, our souls must touch. And a kiss brings our souls closer, does it not? It shall fulfill both your desire and mine.
All right, fine.
Most delicious. Meet me around the corner, and come alone. An audience is not required.
She's gonna screw us. Where's she going? I got my eye on you, Dorito. I don't trust you even a bit. Where's she going? We're gonna fight down there. I know this is gonna be a fight. Dorito's kissing spot. You're gonna kiss him on all these skeletons and stuff? You think I'm a dumbass? I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have my group ready to come just in case. So I am gonna do that, but we're gonna do it in the next episode. We're at the end of our episode. So guys, again, I apologize for save scumming at the beginning of this episode, but we had to. We absolutely had to. There's no way. And I'm glad with what we did. I'm glad Red Prince got his quest moved forward. I'm glad Ivan got to stay with us and we kept all of our gear. So I think it was worth it in the end. So thank you so much for all your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Divinity Original Sin 2 Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.